Hey there, guys. This is an idea that I had a while back, and now I've got the materials and have gotten to it to where I want to review my runs after shows, whether they're past runs, ones I just had, and just go over things that I could have done better, things that were really good, things that I want to change, things that I'm going to do in the future showing my horse because this industry, obviously, reining takes a long time to learn and it takes a lot of practice. And usually, people don't get to have as much practice as they want because showing's expensive, or they don't have the resources, or they don't have a horse, or things like that. And I was blessed enough to grow up with my dad being a professional horse trainer and having a professional in my ear the whole time, where every single run from the moment that I was at 13 and under all the way to now, even. I have extremely seasoned professional in my dad that goes over the runs with me, tells me what I can do better, tells me what he likes that I did, that I should get in the habit of. So really, I'm blessed to be in the position where I have a lot of incredible riders and legends of the sport really helping me out to get better. And I wanted to bring some of those insights and some of that knowledge to the people who either don't have a horse, or people that don't have the opportunity to train with a popular or a trainer that knows a lot. People that just don't have the opportunities that I am so blessed to have. So really, I wanted to start this and pretty often go over my runs, and that way you guys can see what I'm thinking, how I can be better, and maybe from you guys watching it, you can find something that you can implement to what you do and becoming a better showman yourselves too. So this is the first one I'm going to do. This is a mare named Trashy Dreams that I showed at the NRBC last week. This is her finals run. She ended up getting 10th place, I believe. She marked a 224 and a half. And it was a really tough class, and I was really proud of this mare. I've ridden her for over a year now, and we started when she was less seasoned. I believe the first time I showed her, we marked a 215 and a half. And after a year and a half, we've come a long way now. She marked a 224 and a half in the go-around at the NRBC and a 224 and a half in the finals. So she's come a long way, and it's been a lot of practice, a lot of building her confidence, a lot of getting in the pen, and I think it's really starting to come to fruition. So this was her first time on the big stage, and I was super proud of her out there and what she did. So let's get started. So running in the gate, immediately you can see that I was having to kind of help her stay to the left. She gets kind of claustrophobic, and she's never been super comfortable running through tight spaces like the gate. So coming through there, she just got a little bit uncomfortable and wanted to go right a little bit. And I just focused on steering her left and not making a big deal of it. When you're horse showing, the biggest thing that you want to do is not advertise that something's wrong. So you could have gone through there, and when she leaned right, panicked and pulled her left and made a big deal of it. But you try to be as smooth as possible, and I tried to just slowly redirect her to the left, and you'll see halfway through this rundown, she gets back straight and is able to have a really good slide. There, she went to the ground really soft, tried really hard and really deep. The moment she got to the end of that stop, you could see she kind of anticipated that backup, which is a good thing. She was thinking in the right direction. So that was really good there. I think every judge plus halved it. It could have gotten to a +1 if she ran in a little straighter, if she backed up with a little more authority. But the slide itself was really, really good, and it got a +1/2 from all 5 judges. Starting this turn, she didn't hook up all the way like she can. The last 3 spins were really, really big, but that first one, she was just a little bit unhinged. And that's a really hard maneuver, especially on a horse that has less seasoning, because you're standing in the middle of the arena, and when you go to start that spin, there's a lot of times those horses see that gate and will think out and not stick to that turn. So that's where when I'm in these run-in patterns, I'm trying to push my foot off real slow and give my hand as the signal really slow, and make sure to not ask for that speed until I know she's locked in. Because if I did that first quarter and started clucking and kicking for speed, she would have jumped out and it would have been real ugly. But I waited for her to lock in, and then those last 3 revolutions were real big. I think she got 2 +1s and a +1/2. If she would have started better, she probably would have gotten +1s across the board. Turning left, she locked in a little bit better. Her cadence wasn't quite as good as to the right. So same sort of deal. It was a really big spin, but just a couple things could have been better. I think she got 2 or 3 +1s, and the others were +1/2s. And she's an incredible turner, so she has turned better than that in the pin before, but for her first time in an open finals, I was super proud of her. This is a really cool mare circling because she's such a beautiful mover, and she also stays with you the whole time, so you can push her, and I'm able to have her on that really big drape, which the judges are seeming to like more and more. She makes it look really easy, which is why she's that modern style of horse where it looks like you don't really have to try circling her. And she guided with my hand the whole ways, and there, the moment I went to shut off, you can see I didn't have to help her at all, which really attributed to a big set of circles. She's a beautiful mover going slow, and as you can see, I never really have to help her, which on this big stage, that's a huge deal. I mean, being able to change leads like that without touching her and just using your feet, most horses can't do that. So when you have a horse like this that can do those parts really well, you try to show off the parts that are easy for them as much as you can. So that's why I'm able to circle this mare with more of a drape rein and really show the judges how easy she can do those parts. Same thing circling to the left. I was able to push her a little bit faster because she had felt really locked in the rest of the pattern before that. Every time I needed to steer, I moved my hand and she went right with it, and she changes leads here really well as well. So she got multiple +1s to the left. To the right, they all halved it, but I think they could have been 1s. I don't know exactly the reasoning behind them halving all those. I'm sure they were clearly all on the same page, but she did do it really, really well, and I was really proud of her running both sets of circles. So really, I was able to push her really wide open and have that drape rein, and that really made for them giving her a lot of points. I don't think she zeroed any maneuvers this pattern. I think she might have gotten a few on this first stop on the right lead, and that's because that ground over on that side was really sticky that night. You can see there that she kind of didn't go in all the way at first, and then at the end she got really deep because she realized she had to. That was just her adjusting. The ground hadn't been like that before, and a lot of the horses on this night had some trouble adjusting on that right lead. So that maneuver, I think she got some +1/2s and a few 0s just because she didn't look all the way comfortable stopping on that lead. This lead was much better. She ran real straight, stopped real big and free, and had a great rollback. She got 5 +1s on that maneuver just because from the moment I rolled back the other direction to that rollback there, everything was good. So there she got 5 +1s, and you can see this mare has such a good temperament all the way around these ends. She's on that real loose rein and not going anywhere. And then on this right lead, I was really proud of her. She adjusted, and you can see there she went to the ground harder and adjusted through the middle of the stop and was able to adjust, and I believe she got all +1/2s and 1 +1 even on that right lead stop. So that ended up being mostly 75s, a few 74.5s. I think one judge had her at a 76, which was my high judge. So I was really proud of her, really proud of how she performed in front of the big crowd, the cheering, and her first finals at a major event in level 4. So what could have been better? She could have turned a little bit better. She's such an incredible turner that even when she's not turning at her very best, they can still be +1s. But when she is at her very best, she's a 1.5 turner. So I know that going forward, the more comfortable she gets in the pen, hopefully we'll bring those out some more. And circling, I wouldn't have changed much of a thing. I was able to push her fast, and she stayed with me the whole ways. That first stop was a little bit weak. I don't think that was her fault. I think that she just didn't know that that ground was going to be like that on that side. And she was able to make that adjustment on the last stop on the right lead. So the spins and that first right lead stop are where I could have gotten more points, but then she really got a lot of points in all the other parts. So I was super proud of her. I'm just going to bring her back. She's on break right now, and then I'll bring her back a few weeks before the Derby and just get going, putting those parts together again, and hopefully replicate what she did at this show. So that's my first review. If you guys like this kind of content, if you guys want to see more, if you guys have questions, please let me know. I'm open to all suggestions and what you guys are interested to see. Really, I just want to help people that have less resources, help people that are just getting into reining to understand the sport. Overall, I'm just trying to bring new things into the industry where I can help where I can, and hopefully help others too. So let me know what you guys think, and thanks for watching.